Good day, folks, and welcome to Journey of the Anointed with Mr. Buzz. So I got a question a little while ago, one of the comments asked me about a previous video I'd done in which I talked about, they used COVID as the example, and how some people knew that was coming and were totally in on the whole plan of it, what that was supposed to do to society, how it was supposed to change it, and not everybody who pretended to, be surprised by it was actually surprised. A whole lot of them knew it was coming. They were involved in the planning of it. That is true. That is absolutely true. But it goes deeper. And I'm just learning how deep it goes right now, actually, in my journey. Some pretty surprising developments have shown up in that respect. There was one video that said, I saw it the other day, your biological family all knew you were chosen. They all knew, but they hid it from you. I'm like, well, excuse me, I look back at my family and definitely not all of them knew, but I thought to myself, is it possible that some of them did? My parents, maybe. The more I looked at it, the more I found out they did know. There was a whole lot of them knew, actually, in my family and kept things from me. There was some things went on that have proven that to me, that I just didn't understand them until I watched this video. Again, Denza Mose, he's the absolute guru of the spiritual journey that the anointed go through. Goes really deep into society, this whole idea that some people are privy to information and they're just hiding it. They're just pretending like they know nothing. Basically, there's a chunk of society that is a secret society and lies about it. They completely hide it. It's punishable by death if they reveal what's going on. So they really can't. And a few of them have, and they've paid the price. They will take you out. You're not allowed to speak of it. True magicians, this is something that a lot of people don't know, because these people that I'm talking about, these are all magicians. They're sorcerers and witches and whatnot. The real hardcore ones have a name other than their actual name that involves the word frater, Frater, and then usually 2 letters after that. Now, this is an indication that they're a serious magician. Generally a ceremonial magician, which you have to differentiate ceremonial magic from something like I used to do, sigil magic and sympathetic magic. It's lower level magic. Ceremonial magic is drawing your circle. You have a magic wand, literally. You're calling upon evil spirits and demons to assist you. The magic of Solomon. You'll read about it in the Bible. That was ceremonial magic. And Solomon knew the names of the demons, so once you know their names, you can command them to follow you, to do what you say, to obey you. That's what Solomon was doing. Once you get to this level, you're sworn to secrecy in a way that if you disobey that and you reveal anything about the cult, because that's what it is, it's a cult that you're in, okay? You reveal anything about it, you're dead before sundown. That's literally how it is. And there's been enough demonstrations given to them all. Those who have disobeyed, they'll usually do they'll do a public one, not public, but public to them. They'll do it in front of many of them so they see it. What happens if you mess around? So there's something going on all around you that's not spoken of. Secret society. There's a book called Good Omens. It's written as a fictional book, and it's pretty much of the comedy genre, you'd think, when you read it. But not really. That book explains very clearly what I'm talking about, what's going on. It's called Good Omens. Read that and you'll understand. Read that and you will definitely understand. There's a character in it called the Demon Crowley. That's a pretty interesting name. He's a real demon. There's a witch, Agnes McNutter, or something like that her name is. It's about the Antichrist. And yeah, read that book. Read that book. And then there's a movie I can direct you to if you want to understand a little more about this. It's called Rosemary's Baby. Now, you may never sleep again after watching it. It's the creepiest, most frightening movie ever. But it'll let you know what's going on in this society. Society's not what you think. Nope. And in this question I got from this person today, they said, is that why some people get the jobs and things like that, and while other people just, can't get a job, remain unemployed, nothing good happens for them at all? They get shut down no matter where they go and try to get somewhere. Nope. They're probably a Christian, so they won't get anywhere. This world, as it is right now, is ran by the evil ones. It's their domain. And when you follow the evil one, there's rewards. Not the kind of rewards you want later on. There's things go all bad for you later on. But while you're in this physical world, you'll get some empty rewards. They're empty because they're only fleeting and temporary, and they lead you to total destruction in the end. So they're deceptive. Real, true life, eternal life, is only through Jesus Christ and, through the Most High God. That is a fact. But if you're a follower of Jesus in this physical world, you're not going to be treated very well. You're not going to get any privilege. In fact, you're going to be treated extremely badly just because of that. Okay, so Christians don't enjoy this favor I'm talking about. Those who walk in the darkness enjoy this favor. They will get the jobs. There's 3 Christians that are heavily qualified for a certain job, and there's one guy who's a Satanist, or he's a sorcerer or whatever. He's into the darkness, and he's not even 10% as qualified as these 3 Christians are. It doesn't matter. He's going to get the job. He's going to get the job. Unless, of course, it's a Christian organization. We have to look after our own. The Christians have to look after each other. Because most of the world is owned and operated by Satan himself. There's a bar downtown in this town I live in, and I hadn't been in it in a long time, and I went in it about a week ago, and it just blew my mind. When you sit at the bar, right there, behind the bar, a big picture of Satan's face. To let you know you're in the devil's house when you're there. Honestly, I couldn't believe it. It's so blatant. Right there in front of you. And I asked them, I said, that's the devil. They're like, oh, yeah. They were smiling about it. They thought it was great. I said, well, I can't sit here. I'm going to have to go sit over there. At least I can't be staring at them. And like, whoa, I was blown away. And they thought I was like some sort of nut because I didn't want to sit and stare at the devil. I'm like, you guys realize the devil's real? And they just sort of giggled and laughed it off. Of course they understand he's real. See, that's the thing. This secret society, this cult, will tell you to your face, they don't believe in the devil. They don't think he's real. That is a bold-faced lie. They know very well he's real. They worship him as their God. So telling you that they don't think he's real, it's a big, bold-faced lie. They know very well he's real. Okay? They pass it off like it's some funny myth or something to them. Nope, that's a lie. And a whole lot of families who are very careful to keep it secret are part of covens. It is so fashionable to be a part of a coven now for a woman to join a witch's coven. I mean, several times now, when I used to work 9-to-5 type jobs, I had a lot of different ones. I mean, I was a repo man for a while, repossessing furniture from people who didn't pay, aggressively repossessing it, like doing really crazy stuff. And I had some pretty wild jobs. But when I was working in places like that, I often came across other employees that I was working with who were witches, I worked with one who was a high priestess of a coven. She was seriously like hardcore and had a lot of followers. It turned out all the employees in the place, other than me, were her followers. And I had to get out of there. That was a real nightmare beyond anything you could imagine. This happens to a lot of us. That's why I stopped doing 9-to-5 jobs and started working for myself eventually. I couldn't take a chance of that happening anymore. So know that there's a big chunk of society out there being very secretive about what they're doing. They're following the evil one without a question. They're lying and saying they're not. And they have to, because if they reveal what they're actually up to, it's punishable by death. That is a fact. In some severe cases, they won't just kill the one who spilled the beans. They'll take out their family too. They'll take out several of them to let others know, don't do this. Right? The most important tenet, however you say it, tenet of sorcery and magic, that's magic with a K on the end, is secrecy. All real sorcerers and sorceresses are sworn to absolute secrecy. Any of them who reveal what they're up to are bogus. They're wannabes, and they haven't even been accepted by the actual magical world. To be accepted by the real world of that, the actual occult world, you will learn secrecy. If you don't, they will eliminate you. That's how it is. Okay? If you're dabbling and you think you're doing white magic and all this deceptive stuff. No such thing. Dabbling in sorcery is dark. It is of the devil, no matter what. But some people will dabble and say they're dabbling white magic, and they will reveal what they're doing. The occult world doesn't care about those people. They don't care about those people. They'll let them destroy themselves, which they will. Those who are trying to, like, I'll put it this way, to stop Donald Trump from becoming president of the United States, there were teams of witches working round the clock to stop him. Spell after spell after spell. And they all were just completely dumbfounded at his protection. There was so much protection on him, they couldn't pierce it no matter what. Now that's almost unheard of. No matter who you are and how much God protects you, enough sorcerers and witches and stuff get at you, they're going to pierce it somehow. They're going to eventually get through. With Donald Trump, it was not possible. That's how he is still where he is. The most protection the occult world has ever seen. Which makes me wonder if maybe he's not the Antichrist. I can't figure it out. It's not time to understand it yet, I guess. It's going to reveal itself eventually. But if you're part of that world, you have an agenda. And it is to further the kingdom of darkness and their power. And stop God's kingdom from establishing itself here on earth. Because that's what's happening. Read the Bible. It will tell you that the meek shall inherit the earth. That is indeed what's going to happen. So choose which side you're on. There's the wrong side, the side of darkness, and the right side, God's kingdom. And while we might not enjoy favor in this world right now being part of God's kingdom, that's going to change. And the meek shall inherit the earth.